The next topic, guys, for the next panel is going to be Royal AM, Balenciaga Bloemfontein Celtic. So for those who don't know, Royal AM had been given 9 million a year by the Mduduzi municipality in KZN, the same municipality that used to have Maritzburg United. So when Maritzburg United obviously got relegated, they approached Royal AM and said, guys, we'll give you 9 million for the next 3 years in order for you to move your games to the Herikwala Stadium, right? So that is how much they're getting. Now the DA has come in and they're actually taking them to court, the municipality and Royal AM to court, saying that this is an illegal sponsorship and that the municipality is actually broke. So how are they spending this money? Which is very interesting because it also brings up a conversation about these municipalities owning stadiums, how that plays into the PSL and South African football and how those things merge together. It also brings it together, a lot of other questions about these sponsorships that these teams are getting. Because if you look at it, it's not like the stadium is full when Royal AM is playing there. So do they deserve to get it? Why are they getting it? Is it money that should be spent in that way? Or should it be spent maybe bringing Bafana matches to Herikwala, bringing other matches to Herikwala to maybe get some of that tourism, some of the excitement that they speak about? Because some of these municipality deals, think Chippa United over in East London, I believe it is, they don't really make sense. So I want us to speak about whether these deals are still fine, are still proper, whether these deals are earned, and whether these municipalities should be owning the stadiums. Remember, we had a conversation a few weeks ago about these World Cup stadiums, for example, and how maybe they should have been placed under PSL ownership so that they could help the local game. But now you see teams looking for deals, going into places where maybe they're not based and all of that stuff. I want to speak about that as the next topic before we touch on the last one. Let's see who's here. Guys, I'm just letting in people who are in the queue. So if you want to jump in, please let me know that you are here. Elvis Walikosi. How are you, my brother? Udirekile di salt and vinegar di katsande. Also direki. Sorry, Walikosi. To put Kosi in your name, Janum, you have to buy the chips, man.
Hey, let's
talk about this. They're taking a municipality and a Royal AM to court. Do you think that these deals make sense? 27 million to Royal AM for 3 years in order to have their games go Herikwala?
Let me just say, let me start by greeting everyone. Maybe one of the we call a proposal. Maybe municipality Royal AM they made in proposals, Robert. Or maybe I include a court, so that's why court only a municipality in a.
I can also feel the court. I'm also feel the court. It's just a DA by seat.
Yeah, that's why we want to chat. We want a football and politics. Hey, just it's so chat. So you can't that much. As for the party in Javona, like DA football, Royal AM to Herikwala stuff like that. So.
Mara, do you think this deal makes sense? Do you think this deal makes sense? Kabani, Royal AM, Haitati Stadium. So then why would you pay them so much money under the guise of, no, Batutata Stadium, tourism, what?
It doesn't make sense because you made a point when Royal AM doesn't fill up the stadiums, so it won't contribute enough money. Yeah, it has contributed enough money. because the stakeholders, I mean the supporter, which one challenge. So it will be different stories between coach or Royal AM, GA, stuff like that. Those three parties. So we can see it's that much more to Royal AM. Rasa teori wana position ya wana di village wa more ni summarize arno ibola la kam kweleng ka
Should this start, Elvis? Should this start the conversation? Yeah, or the teams it's once the only the stadium because Kimo Erikwala it's once a patale team. The team are going away from where they're based to go to these deals, and then now Ukraore team now they're at the mercy of a municipality. Can you come closer?
Okay, sharp. No one could.
Yeah.
So that's a given. I see the team go for like maybe event like the which are just stadium, the sold out tickets. It means all when those charities are not enough for the management. So I guess pass like already team at least the owner the stadium. I know to la come holding go.
Okay.
Yeah, I truly come holding because stadium I 4 or 5 Sundowns Chiefs Pirates, Super Sports, they do better. Yeah, they do better when coming to the spectators. Yeah, so one are play majority or go fast. Like if over majority teams still rather just the minority stadium. I mean the minority teams the stadium because of your spectators.
Okay. Eric, can you velile? What do you think of this situation here? Royal AM getting taken to court for this 27 million deal. Does it make sense? Let deal. Should municipalities be giving out these deals?
Oh, yeah. That's a difficult one, eh? Because do you know into my vela I'm a politician, man. Ezinye zazo they are not that genuine. As much as they might have a good point to raise, but also you need to look at yourself first. Okay, where we are in charge, are we doing the same or with Senza in? Because I could tell you the same the same party. If you go to Cape Town, the stadium there, Cape Town Stadium has been given to Western Cape Province for rugby. They've moved away from what was the stadium there?
Was it Greenlands?
Newlands.
Yeah.
Yes. Now they've moved into to Cape Town Stadium. They even changed the name with their sponsor, said DHL whatsoever. So that's like this kind of my politicians, man. Isuke lose the land record, even though it's genuine, but because this kind lose because you are not doing that to your own people when Mama goes Wagabanye. It's fine, Mama goes Wagabanye, and not good when it's done to this side. Also, if in promulgating is to the same people by Mduduzi municipality or some respect. I think those guys now they don't love their municipality and their place because if you see what they've did to Farouk Katoria, that's not nice. The team has been there for so many years struggling there. Even though they brought good vibes there every Friday night soccer, but they've been struggling. And they're even carrying the city's name, Maritzburg United. They've been struggling. Suddenly now, they're just out. Instead of municipality pump that money back to Maritzburg and said, we are pumping this money. We want to make sure that you come back to PSL. By all means, we are fighting for you. They just ran to Etegwin. And this team was getting imali food from Etegwin municipality. Because remember, those ones from Temeni, Royal AM, Amazulu, Nicole and Arrows, if I'm not No, I'm not sure about the Richards Bay. Because they're getting from the city. Yes, Etegwin, Richards Bay, now you know I must part. They were getting those grants from municipality. But now goes you tata imalengaga. But I just believe that money should have been pumped into Maritzburg United make sure they come back to PSL as soon as possible. That 27 million for 3 years is a lot of money. Bengayibuyisa a team which is carrying their legacy, the name Yabantu Basama respect, rather than just going to another one, please.
Is it a good? Let's look at the investment itself. Is it a good investment to go to Motsepe United, to go to Royal AM? Instead of maybe using some of that money for other municipal things, or maybe even bringing up Bafana. You hear Bafana always complaining about what, all of this stuff. Is it a good investment to give these teams money?
If you are talking about development as the municipality, remember development you counting from the grassroots level up until even I say Kolweni, up until maybe to the higher like EPSL. That's development. This thing it only focuses on the tourism side of investment, of which that's not the only thing that need to look for. You know, if we look for that's a short term. That's a short term because people will come pack that for that weekend. Maybe they will buy food then, but if you hotel they just book and stay there for that in the weekend. The following weekend and then the city is quiet. But if you put it from the grassroots level, from from the schools to if there are academy whether it's women's football or junior boys football, then that's a development because you are building for the future. Just to throw in money, it's not development. It's only focused on tourism, which is just a short-term goal. It's not a long-term one.
Does this open? Does this? You know, we speak about selling statuses and moving teams a lot, but do deals like this open a pathway, a bad pathway for teams to move? We've seen Chippa move from certain bases to other bases. Now we're seeing Royal moving from one base to another. Doesn't it rob the people that supported the teams wherever they were based of having the teams? Isn't it a dangerous precedent, Tore? Now teams can be quote unquote bought by municipalities.
Yes, it opened that door, of which it's there already, because. Nakona also it will be determined by the owner of the team. Where does he or she sees himself a team ufuna team enzeni? Uthanda ibhola na, or they're just doing it for fun or as a business. But also if it's it for fun, then you will take a ridiculous decision. But if it's also business wise, if you're a business person, let us be honest. If let's say Kaizer was a really business person and is seeing football as a business and also a development. Do you know what I can even tell you now? If you can buy status, say Bloemfontein Celtic when, let's just take it in. That status, if value is more than 7 a.m., that one. You can buy it for a year. I can tell you, the status Celtic, she should have just stuck with it if she wanted to get in there as a business person and also development. But the guy have developed Bloemfontein because she's not coming from there. But from the business sense, it made sense for Yena to keep his status at Bloemfontein as compared to Royal AM. Yes, it's fine. We are doing everything that we want to do for Tina as a Latina pair. But the foresight, there are so many things involved there on a soccer club. As a business, it's a business move. And if they said, come, we give you 27 million for 3 years, it's a business move. You go in there and then they take it, they play. But it doesn't make sense. And really it opened it. It was even Namanja, but it was a Cape Town Abanya, well, I cheaper because promoter, I move it to Eastern Cape away from Cape Town. But that's equal. So like we're looking at Spaghetti. You move my team around.
Okay. Let me bring to Theo. If I gave you 27 million and I said, Yazini, move your house, Tati Motiaku, TV, go to this place. Anyway, does it make sense, this deal? What do you think of this deal, firstly, and then does it make sense?
I mean, guys, okay, I'm going to keep up my files, but we know history, Kaizer. From 2012, from to assessing or you know, we know, in Durban, man, they laundered a lot of money, and then others are going to be like, allegedly, but they will put into court. I said allegedly as well. It's my own comment, guys. This is not a comment you're overthinking. It's my comment. I take it on my own. Yeah, but yeah, but we know, man, how he got. We know how she got to the top. We know what she did to get to the top. But for me, it's a disgrace. It's very, very disgrace. You know, our own government is flattering with such problems. You know, because in King Alaguti, you know. The minute there's money that is being put into a person's bank account or a club for that matter or an institution from people whom we think are NGO, you know, government only gets sponsors to assist certain things. So imali mase iphuma ngendlela ethize uzothola le mali iphuma kwi-27,000 kodwa 27 million kodwa kumamkhize kwafika i-20M and then 7 yangena ekhwameni. Uyazi how is it when the government, but for me I don't think it was supposed to happen. You're not supposed. Even the thought of that, it should have not happened. Even right now, this person is busy in FIFA with regards to Jobabashu, like my comments in the Yanukovych, 12 million. So we total 12 million, 26 million, 27 million. You total Yanukovych. That money could have been used for something very serious, you know, things that we know Kaizer and they need. So for me, I mean, come on, you never find Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, or any of the other big teams. You know, I was telling boys, busy doing such things. That's why you come to business, football. That's why football is considered a business more than anything. You're not gonna be busy because we know shady businesses when it comes to these things. I'm a politics. Allegedly as well. Politics we are corrupt. We know, but show allegedly. But yeah, we know that. So for her to be even exchanging monies with those people, it's wrong. It's gonna put our football in disrepute. Cool.
But then what do you think?
It should not have happened at all.
What do you think of this thing, Yoguchi? Now, here's another loophole in the league, on top of selling statuses and things like that. Now, as a municipality, I can buy a team. Well, they've done it before, but what do you think of this idea of municipalities buying teams and telling them, you know what, I'll give you a deal, is an up? Doesn't it also go into a fan base, having fans? How do you build a community? What?
That's my thinking when it comes to that. It takes me back to Lentole, Torini in what tourism when you wanted to fund the Tottenham. You remember wanted to give Tottenham 100 million, and I'm like. You are an institution that is supposed to be, you know, serving the municipality. What are you busy? Ufuna in football, like you should just stay away from football. If you want to be busy with football, take money from your own pocket. You want to buy a team, take money from your own pocket. Don't use Imali that is supposed to be assisting the municipality. Guys, we know Kaizer was facing floods recently. You know, that money should be dealing with those kind of situations, disaster management kind of stuff. Not to settle Imali to you that are not going to benefit the community. As the previous speaker said, let them go and support that Marisburg team. Let them find a way to assist that Marisburg team. Kizangit came into the PSL knowing Guti PSL money has to be exchanged. So if she comes to the PSL now, she's expecting donations from, you know, a municipality. It should not be happening. It should not. So if you want to start your team, Mr. OT, ungaphiza ucela ama-handovers from i-government. Ngena esikhwameni sakho baba or uye kumtsipho uzaku-assista kuphela.
Hey, mina overthinking football team is going to be based in Northern Cape. I know I can get a deal there. Thank you so much, Theo. Thank you so much, Theo, for joining me. Guys, look, I think this is why I'm like, there's so many questions I want to ask around this, because when you look at it, on the face of it, yes, stimulating tourism and all of that stuff. But when you look at the actual deals and you drill down to it, how much is a Raleigh for example, bringing in terms of tourism? How is that deal going to help that part of the KZN, that Marisburg part of the KZN? You know, how has Marisburg United itself helped all this time? I see somebody mentioning it about Chiefs, about Pirates. When Chiefs, Pirates, or whoever go and play Moses Mabhida or finals go to Moses Mabhida, I'm sure the return on people that are going there and spending money within the municipalities and doing all that stuff is a lot. You know, so maybe you can justify those type of deals. But to say that you're going to give these teams X amount for 3 years flat and say, guys, I'm bringing you guys in 27 million, then you ask questions. And sometimes it's not even about that investment. Sometimes it's about where does the money come from? And should should these municipalities own these stadiums separate from teams? Because if you look at England, for example, there's a reason why Luton Town is in Luton and doesn't move from Luton. Whether they're in the championship, whether in the second division, they are tied to that thing. Now, Maritzburg United gets Maritzburg United gets relegated, they get kicked out, and then you bring in the Royal AM. You move Royal AM from wherever they were playing to come and play here, right? Ichipa United built a fan base probably in Cape Town before they decided that we're going to move this fan base from Cape Town and take it to Eastern Cape because of a deal that we could sign with the municipality. So what happens to the community we've built? What happens to the fans that you brought along with you? How does that affect filling up stadiums and things like that? Shouldn't these municipalities be looking for other local teams, whether it be ABC Motsepe, whether it be SAB, where they could say, guys, come in and then we are going to partner with you so that one day, possibly, Masenfiga, Lapagu PSL at the top level, you guys are going with that support. Now we know, okay, Maritzburg United, this is their stadium. It's been their stadium forever. Now that they've got the chance to go that side. And maybe you could even save some money in terms of the municipalities and say, let's use that money to generate other tourist things if we're going to take the tourist budget. Let's say we call it tourism budget. Let's take teams. Let's bring up Bafana Bafana. We always complain about Bafana Bafana playing in Gauteng. They say that they suffer costs, what. So why don't they do that? Take Bafana Bafana matches. Take those matches to Abo Herikwala. Take those matches to other places, right? But these municipalities choose to spend in another way.